Hello everyone. So these are just my late night thoughts, probably audio only, but I was thinking about the article that I talked about in my previous video before the Daredevil one, Batwoman, when Javicia said that, Batwoman did for TV what Black Panther did for the movies. So I kept thinking about that article and I was rewinding the part when she said, "That's why I love Ryan. She checks all the boxes." I just kept thinking about it because I'm like, what? You would never, especially in the creative field, you would never sit in front of someone and tell them the reason that this character you've written or played or piece that you've created, it's so special to you because it checks all the boxes. You would never ever say some dumb shit like that. You know why? Because you're telling your audience your character has no depth. And the people who were responsible for ensuring that your character would have some depth failed. And consequently, they failed you, Javicia, because out here looking foolish saying something like this. Like, what? She checks the boxes. And then it's like, you she couldn't even discuss anything else about Ryan outside of her being from foster care, being gay, and being a female superhero. Not even a black female superhero, because yes, there's a distinction. If she would have talked about how it felt being, a black female gay superhero or a black female superhero in a lead role, because we don't have a lot of those. We don't. If she would have talked about that, that's a valid point. That's a valid thing. Like, what? But you couldn't talk about Ryan outside of those three terms. That's embarrassing. You played that character for 2 years and you can't speak on anything else. But see, that's what happens when you play a character that's inhabited with so many stereotypes. It's only so much you can discuss. And the people who were checking the boxes, Javicia, no, it was not you. It wasn't even the writers, really. It was the big ups, right? The big ups. They're the ones who were checking the boxes on Ryan to see how many stereotypes she could fill. Because Ryan, from what I remember, she was homeless, right? She lived in her van, which I think is from the comics, her being in a van, but that's not to say it's any better. She came from a single parent household in which the father was gone. She was in foster care, right? And that stems from the single parent household. Um, like that's the beginning. I just wouldn't be proud of playing a character like that and talking about playing a character like that. And it's just like, I couldn't even believe she couldn't talk about anything else. You couldn't tell me Ryan's personality. You can't talk about Ryan's relationship with the other characters. You can't talk about Ryan's likes and dislikes. Like, this is bare minimum shit. And you can't even mention it in this interview as to why you love Ryan. You could only talk about her being in foster care, and in that's relatable to some of your fans. I read her origin from the comics, right? And it's a lot more interesting than what we got in the show. That's another thing. What we got in the show, essentially, Ryan's origin boiled down to her discovering leftovers, picking them up, wearing the leftovers, and convincing everybody around her that she deserves to wear the leftovers. That's how she spent the majority of season 2. Season 3, I don't know because I didn't watch it. But that's how you spent season 2, your premiere season. That's insane. And her origin, from what I'm reading in on the DC database, which is like, DC Wiki or whatever, is way more interesting because what's it called? She met up with Barbara Gordon initially and started taking programming lessons with her. And she only started living in a van because of the Joker War, right? So, but even during this time, Barbara would visit her and they would discuss ways on how to help Gotham and its people. So you're already instilling Ryan wanting to be a hero. and like why she wants to help Gotham during this time. We don't get that in Batwoman. All she does is put on the suit, and we're supposed to automatically be like, oh yeah, she wants to be a hero because why? Oh, because she has the suit. Okay, got it. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And then um DC Database says that Ryan began investigating the murder of a game programmer, and she felt the cops couldn't help. And then, let's see, she was found by Orphan and Spoiler at the scene. After a brief fight, she tells them that the evidence was linked to the game programmer's murder and what they would need to track down his killer, you know? And these are just little moments where she's helping out other people, especially associated with the Bat family, via Orphan and Spoiler. This is great. Great ties to the Bat family. And guess what? Batman is not even involved. That's your main like kickoff for your show, is that Batman is not here. So now we have to have Batwoman. I don't know why they didn't adapt this origin. I'm not sure why they didn't adapt this. It's really bizarre. Because to me, this is way more interesting than what we got in the show. And it's just a shame. But like I said in my last video, all they did was just sabotage the show because they didn't like a black Batwoman. And it's like, why did you even waste Javicia's time? Like, why did you even waste her time? Oh man, oh man. But that's it. Those are my just quick little thoughts, late night. So I'll probably post this, but anyhow, I'll catch you guys later. Bye.